Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
How's it going?
Oh, not too shabby.
How's the
Welcome to Zig and Larry Do a Thing.
Zig and Larry talk at each other for an hour, and you like it?
Hey, thanks for clicking on whatever you did.
Whatever it was probably a mistake. But we appreciate that, and we accept it.
It's a very specific mistake, but go with it. See what happens.
We did Drink Talk Learn again last night at
Oh, yeah.
at BuzzBomb.
And?
Nicole got unseated as reigning champ.
Oh, no. I just lost $8.
Well, my buddy Tim Schweska, he wanted to do a presentation.
Tim Schweska?
You remember Tim? He, as we describe him, Tim looks like if somebody drew a caricature of me from memory.
Oh, yes, I know Tim. Yeah, good guy. I don't think I ever knew his last name. I like it. It's like some manner of like Nordic soft drink from the 80s.
Yes.
Have a Schweska.
Schweska, you can have our boobies. Yeah, that was the...
It's like just two people who are supposed to be twins but are not. In bikinis. He's got the zip in it.
Man, it was real cocaine.
It's legal here till Thursday. Get yours now.
But he swept it last night because he had a... So when no one was looking, he went and changed clothes and had found like this super tight snap front short sleeve checkered shirt.
Okay.
Tied a tie around just his neck, but left the shirt open with cutoffs and a Miller High Life ball cap.
Excellent.
And did a presentation called "The Patriot's Guide to Masks or How to Not Be a Beta Cuck." And did it completely ironically, and it was brilliant. So the three categories we do are, best overall presentation, funniest, and best dressed. And I had a real decent panel of judges, and we all walked up and we're like, this shouldn't take long. Tim swept it, right? Tim swept it. Because don't get me wrong, Nick could have won best dressed last night if Tim hadn't put on cutoff shorts.
I love that best dressed as a thing. It's like, we need one more. I don't know. Worst odor? No, we can't do that. So people in the back might not figure it out. Okay, what else we got? Best dressed? Fine, write it down. We'll use it for now. Oh, it's a thing now? We're doing it every time? Cool.
Every time? Well, that's the thing, because part of the fun is everyone has to be in business casual clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why best dressed is on the menu. And my joke list, I had, that really ugly 90s era silky polyester shirt that I showed you when you were down here visiting?
Oh, the one that you have, because you only have one.
One. The one that looked like Jackson Pollock orgasmed all over it.
Oh, yeah. Yes, exactly.
That's what I was wearing, and I was like, you may be asking yourself what type of business casual this is. Well, I'll tell you, it's what happens when Guy Fieri gives up on food and becomes a youth pastor. I'm not taking you to Flavor Town, I'm giving you a one-way ticket to Savior Town. Come on! God. It got a great laugh. I don't care if you fucking groan, it got a great laugh.
Oh, groan's as good as a laugh. I'll say that to the rest of my days.
Yeah.
The groan is just as good as a laugh. How are cutoff shorts business casual?
What's that?
How are his cutoff shorts business casual?
Well, when it depends on your business.
So it's a very loose term.
Yeah. Well, like the last one we did, I wore shorts because it was so hot, and I was like, you may be asking yourself, and I had a Hawaiian shirt on, and you may be asking yourself, what type of business casual is this? Well, this business casual is Coke dealer. Coke dealer in the Keys on a Friday.
It don't get much more casual than that. That's like one step away from coma casual.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a gown open in the back. That's all this is.
That's a good way to describe our relationship.
Just a gown open in the back.
In the back.
And the front.
It's not a gown, really. It's a poncho that's 3 sizes too small and nothing underneath.
So, with a self-made slit, just so
God, all the good band names. Self-made slit.
self-made slit. I was about to say that was my whole cover band in the 90s.
Yeah, they do a lot of county fairs now, but a lot.
Yes, yeah.
They're all over the Dakotas.
All the Dakotas.
Mm-hmm. Every single one.
So you remember my buddy Robbie who hosted the roast?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He did a presentation last night. The rules are, it's a 3-minute presentation. Prepare a 3-minute presentation. If you go over,
chug a beer, you get 30 seconds, right?
30 seconds. Now we changed. Yeah, 30 seconds. So at 3:30, you have to chug another beer if you want to buy yourself back in. But we changed the rules because the last time we nearly killed someone. So I was like, every minute after that, that's safer. Robbie went almost 10 minutes.
Ah,
yeah.
That seems just about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was, but he texted this morning, and he's like, I'm alive. And I said, that's all that matters, buddy. Are you okay? And he's like, I hurt, but I'm alive. And I was like, good job. Good job.
At your roast, when we were like, I don't know how many comics in, like, that poor guy, he was the MC, he was really hanging on.
Yeah.
Welcome to the stage. I'm going to guess a comic. Hey!
Hey, buddy, you have to host. I have to nap, is what I have to do.
It just turned into like an MC at a wedding. Anybody else want to make a toast? Anybody?
Anybody?
Anybody got something?
Speaking of my roast, I was talking to my buddy Al Nimson, and he's like, so I've listened to your other, the podcast, the Zig and Larry podcast, and I was like, yeah. He goes,
Did you apologize on my behalf?
I did.
Good.
It's like, I'm really sorry. You did it on purpose. You didn't lose a bet. But he's like, no. He goes, I love it. He goes, Zig. He goes, I met Zig right at the roast. I said, yeah. He goes, right. Slightly Jewish Bilbo.
Correct.
It's like, yep, that's the one. That's the one.
I'm so sick of explaining that T-shirt that I had made for myself. Yeah, especially, and you know what? There's some places it doesn't go over. The gun range, not a place for that. Also, not a place for that, and the cutoff shorts.
How high are the cutoff shorts?
You can see pockets in the back. The back pockets are definitely hanging out.
I thought when you said you can see pockets, I thought that was the nickname for your dick. You can see pockets in the back.
You can see pockets in the back. What? How are you sure? Because Rainbow Dash is here to fuck. I'm doing a callback from weeks ago, and I don't give a shit.
That was Rainbow Dash is here to fuck made Nicole laugh out loud when she was listening.
Yeah, so good.
Oh. So yeah, we did that last night, and just hanging out.
You had a better night than I did.
Yeah. You had you had your face punctured.
Yeah. Although, total honesty, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
We didn't have to go the full apicoectomy. Now, which is good. I have had one in the past, and did I never tell you that story? I had one on the other side. My teeth are terrible. By the way, kids, if you're listening to this, A, you shouldn't be, because it says explicit somewhere, I'm assuming. B, because Rainbow Dash is forever ruined for you now. And C, floss your goddamn teeth, man. I am 42. I have never been a flosser up until this year, and that's way too late. I've had 4 root canals, an apicoectomy, and now this debacle.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so long story short, this guy is one of my root canals. Like, these two, well, this is actually plastic. This is a temporary right now. But these two are caps that are kind of like, I'm saying these two like that means anything. Whatever the teeth are between your 2 buck teeth and your incisors.
Okay.
And your like sharp ones, whatever the hell those are called.
Your wee nibblers, I believe, is the technical term.
Yeah. You know, a lot of me's can be referred to as a wee nibbler. And depending on where you put the accent on that sentence, you could go to prison, or at least talk to the cops. Are you a wee nibbler? I could be around this park, I promise. But for this job over here, the post was too big, apparently, but it's been in there for a decade. And it shifted because I grind my teeth at night, and I managed to give myself a hairline fracture on the inside of my skull.
Jesus.
Yeah, man. So that got infected gnarly style. This has happened to me one other time, and it was so bad. I have a prescription on reserve for antibiotics, because when it happens, you saw the picture, like my face just explodes.
Yeah.
Like it just, and that was 2 weeks ago. So I took that, and that usually knocks it out for about a year, and then I don't think about it. Well, it didn't knock it out. It got it smaller, and I had to go back in. So blah blah blah. You took off the crown, which they have to destroy to do. So that's some money.
Uh-huh.
They take out the post, clean it all out, do a little shaving in there, allow it to. Oh, this is when people turn off the goddamn podcast. Allow it to drain, because there's still goo in there. Take another
From
round.
that time in Tijuana?
No, that's a different hole, but it is still leaking. I am not ashamed to buy Kotex anymore, because you know what? I'm too old to worry about it. Right. Sometimes you just need to tape that pad on. And so now that I've got a temporary on, I've got to go back and back again, and now I'm already like, with insurance on this one, I'm $1,100 in.
Jeez.
Yeah, and that's before the new crown, so.
Wow.
Yeah, but it wasn't as bad as the apicoectomy. That sucked, and it didn't really work. That's when you get a root canal, where they cut your gums and they give you a root canal. They bore a hole into your skull and do it from the top down, as opposed to through the tooth. I've had one of those before. That was a while ago, but that was given to me by a man with no sense of humor whatsoever.
Yay!
Who you don't make jokes to a guy, an oral surgeon, apparently. He just sat down at one point, and he gave me like these little safety glasses, and I put them on. I was like, "Is there going to be a lot of blood?" He's like, "It's entirely possible, sir. Yeah, we are going right through there. Are you okay with the sight of blood?" I was like, "Yours or mine? Because I'm fine with yours." And he goes, "Sir, why would I be bleeding? No, we're going to cut you." Oh, I don't understand. It's like, never mind. Let's do it. And then he said something else. He's like, "All right, let's go. Are you ready?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm excited. Let's do this." He's like, "Why would you be excited? I don't understand you." I looked over at the woman who was assisting him, and through the mask and the face guard, I see her just shake her head no, like, don't even bother. The man is very literal. He's a Vulcan. He's going to do this, but there's no jokes.
So Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy was your dentist?
Yeah, and with about the same bedside manner. If you've never had a needle go into your hard palate behind your teeth several times, that was actually the worst part of the other day. That'll wake you up.
Never on purpose, but...
That'll wake you up a little bit better than Underberg will, I'll tell you that much.
Well, I don't know. That one seemed to work pretty good. And then it put you to sleep.
Yep, exactly.
Nicole and I were talking about just procedures this morning, because she got the old baby factory shut down last week, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah. She just she got the highway blown up, is what we're saying. She blocked the road. She's got the destination, but no pathway to get there.
Other ways to say she got her tubes tied more convoluted. Let's see. And how can we do another callback to weeks ago? She paid a professional to punch her in the upper pussy surgically.
I could have done that for her for free. But yeah, we were just talking about the. Is she okay? Is that a pretty simple in and out? I don't even know. Yeah, it's outpatient. She went in at 7 a.m. and we were leaving there by 8:15.
Oh, okay. Was she still sore, or is she okay?
Yeah, she's doing great. She the doctor came out to talk to me, and he's like, she's gonna need a little recovery time. In there, and he's like, 2 weeks, don't lift anything heavy. He said, but criminy. He said, a stronger woman I've never seen.
I believe that.
And he said, and here was the most surprising part for us. He's like, I was in there, and I took a look around, and I was like, well, Doc, I try to on multiple occasions, but...
And I'm saying, you know what? Throw pillows. Just hear me out.
A nice duvet cover over here.
We're going open concept. Leave this woman alone.
We're going to knock this wall out. I've been trying, and just...
If I can't do it, Doc, if you think you can, and if you can wrestle her to the ground...
Good luck. Her legs are
Good luck
strong.
on that. Yeah, it's a losing battle, man. There's no way. Yeah, I'll sell tickets.
But he points at... He's like, okay, there's her liver. It's actually very healthy. Because they were in there with a scope, you know? And he's like, yeah, her liver's very healthy. And I laughed, and he goes, what's so funny? I said, nothing, doctor, except that she lives with me and tries to keep up, and her liver should look like should look like George Burns does now.
Well, we do have her by a solid 8 years.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. But he was like, yeah, she's gonna be just fine, and she's doing great, healing up. She was a little sore because, you know, a couple incisions.
I'm sure. Yeah.
But yeah, she's doing fine. She got some tramadol, so, you know,
Nice.
only like 4 days worth.
Yeah.
Or in my case, just one really good night.
Or one Pez dispenser full.
I'm starting to feel feelings.
Every time I pop open Snoopy's head, I get all giggly.
I was telling her when I got my wisdom teeth cut out, because I had to have them all done at the same time, I kept looking at the doctor, and I was like, you're good. And he's like, okay, we're going to give you a little anesthesia, and we need you in twilight, because I got to be able to give you direction. He said, but, you know, you're going to feel it here pretty soon. And he said, I'll be back in about 15 minutes. And 15 minutes he comes back in, and he goes, how you feeling? And I was like, perfectly sober, doc. And he's like, you should not be. I said, I'm telling you, you're going to need to give me more. And he's like...
Did he gas you?
No, it was IV.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, okay. Well, he said, let's give it a couple more minutes. I said, doc, just save us all some time. And just give me more. And he comes back in about 15 minutes. And he's like, how you feeling now? And I said, like I could drive home immediately. And he's like... all right, so you weren't lying. All right, let's give you a little more. I said, doc, go ahead. He said, whatever more you think you need to give me, give it 20% more than that. Trust me. I just trust me. So he's like...
I love that you're negotiating with basically the anesthesiologist.
Yeah. Look, I know my body. I know how much it takes to put me down. And he was like, all right. And so he gives me he comes back like 20 minutes later, he's like, how you feeling? I said, I'm still pretty sober, doc. And he's like, all right, let's try counting backwards from 100. When I made it to 19, he was like, fuck it, let's give him more. And he was this old, crusty doctor. He goes, son, I want you to understand. I've given you enough drugs to knock a horse down. And I said, then you need to give me enough to knock a bull elephant over, because I ain't feeling shit. He said, I just need you in twilight. And I said, I need me in twilight because I don't want to feel what you're about to do to my face. And so he ended up giving me a little bit more sedative and then had to put gas on me. And at that point, that's when I was like, oh, there it is, doc. All right, we're good. And he's like, you can't fall asleep. I said, just wake me up. When you need me, wake me up.
Well, and if it wasn't going to be happening in your mouth, you would have been like, give me 3 shots of whiskey and have me bite on a stick.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's just get the hell out of here.
I had 2 wisdom teeth taken out at the same time, and I said a local. Like, everybody was saying, like, they get put out, and, like, that... Nobody ever offered that to me. They're like, we're just going to stab this tooth several times. But they weren't, like, impacted, though. I don't think he had to... There was a lot of yanking, a little grinding, but not a whole lot of cutting.
He had to chisel mine out.
Ooh!
Yeah. Like, I woke up to him going, okay, I need you to do this. And so I maneuvered, I did my thing, and he's like, you may want to try to go back to sleep for this. And I was like, what? And he just starts hitting it with a hammer and chisel.
Oh, Christ.
And I was like, and went back to sleep.
It seems like we should have progressed further in dental medicine than hammer and chisel, but it really is like basically carpentry in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I trust my guy implicitly. But it's just like, it seems like at this point in my life, I've figured out enough that I'd be comfortable trying it, at least on a stranger.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or on somebody who was on death row, I'd be like, fuck this guy, I'll give it a shot.
Well, I was having problems with a tooth, and I just looked at Nicole. I was like, I'm just going to pull it. She goes, the hell you are. You are not going to pull your own tooth. And I was like, why not? I'm not going to. If they got to pull it anyway, why pay somebody? And that was the tooth that a dentist had really fucked up and putting a filling into it. And, I mean, they had shaved off a bunch of this tooth, and then the filling fell out twice, and I was just, on that second time, I'm like, I don't need this. It's towards the back. Nobody will see it. And she's like, you're not pulling your own tooth. Well, I said, at first I'm going to break it up, and then I'll pull it. And she's like, what is wrong with you? And I said, you've met my father and spent time with him. She's like, fair enough. Yeah, never mind. But no, you're going to the dentist. You have dental insurance. You're going to the dentist. Oh,
I love our arrogance. People go to medical school to become this. They can prescribe, they can do procedures, and we're like, I could do it.
Yeah.
I do a drunken podcast. I could do it. Yeah, of course you can, shithead.
Yeah, I could bust a tooth and just drink gin until the feelings go away.
Hey, it worked on my soul.
They just got to keep taking that medicine, though.
I just had this picture, like, when I said they're carpenters, and especially this old guy, you're going to want to be asleep for this. It's like, I woke up, his foot was on my chest, and he just said, take him to the lathe. And I don't know what he was... I was out again after that.
But I woke up, and my butt was greasy, and I couldn't remember anything.
Greasier, let's be honest.
Yeah, well...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Capital ER.
I came out of the bathroom this morning, and Nick said, oh, was that an IBS number? Whoopsie. And I was like, yeah, I don't know what was happening back there. It was just a lot of panic and hope that I made it in time. Is this I almost FaceTimed you to make sure it was normal, what was happening to me.
Oh, well, I'm obviously the go-to on that.
Hey, buddy, I don't know, I'm going to show you, it's gross, but I'm going to show you this. I think that's part of my body that came out. Can you take a look?
Well, see, for me, there's a big difference between normal and usual. Because just because it happens a lot does... Okay, normal for me. You know, how about that?
Yeah. Well, and that's... Because I had to chug a couple beers last night because I went overtime. And, as an example... you have to, oh, okay, I've bought myself back in twice, ha ha ha. And then I think that's just I think it was just the craft beer. It was like, we gotta go now. You're used to Coors Light, although today I am enjoying a spotted cow.
Ah, is that the Wisconsin brewery?
Yeah, yep.
Is that available in the U.S.? Was it New Glarus?
New Glarus, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when Nicole and her mom went and stayed in that cabin up in Wisconsin.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, she brought some home. So
she smuggled back over the border. I'm actually
Smokey and the Bandit herself.
Oh, I'm drinking a Wisconsin beer as well. It's not as good though.
What is it?
I picked myself up a 12-pack of Summer Shandy from Leinenkugels.
Ooh,
I was feeling fancy. I like it.
You know what? I like a good Summer Shandy. I plan on once we get done. Podcasting, like big boys. I'm gonna take my American flag lawn chair that Nicole bought for me, and I'm gonna go out on the patio and do a little outside drinking while I stare at the trees.
There you go.
Because I like doing that because it makes the neighbors go, "Is he okay?"
So I had such a similar moment, and we're like a half hour in, and we're not even at the topic, and I don't give a shit. This morning, so. Me and the wife, we take turns doing the wake up and walk the dog immediately. Mm-hmm. Like he's an old guy. As soon as he gets up, it's like it's time to go, or he's going to take a dump in the house. So we take turns in the morning.
Same
it was
here.
My morning. Yeah. So we take turns. It was my morning. So I get up, and I'm like, whatever. I put on the T-shirt I was wearing yesterday, while I was throbbing. And just the shorts I'm still wearing, which used to be pajama pants that I just cut off at the knee, and now they're just daytime shorts, right? And there's a stain on them that I can't identify in the crotch region. I have no explanation. But it's been there through 2 washings, and it's staying there. And I realized as I'm walking through the neighborhood wearing that, a mask, a ball cap that's old, it's my old Cubby's ball cap that's falling apart, and sunglasses. I'm getting a couple of looks from a couple of the people in the neighborhood. I realize that I've become that old guy. The guy in the neighborhood who you saw as a kid, who was dressed exactly as I was dressed, bleary-eyed, walking the dog, and you're like, Jesus, what's his story? And I realize the story is nothing. Nothing. He just doesn't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
He feels like he can leave the house as long as his tits and asshole are covered to walk a dog. And I agree.
Yeah.
I think I'm fine. I'm in the sleep shorts. I'm wearing a t-shirt. It's a Saturday. I don't feel the need to put on shorts and have been showered and combed my hair. No.
I just want to point out that if you have a stain on the crotch of your cut-off pajama pants at our age, that's just a show of pride.
I don't know what it came from.
Look, it's still happening.
It is like beige. I don't know.
From the makers of Seaman Sock.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a dribble so much as like I took a paintbrush and went whee. But no, whatever. They're comfy. I don't care.
Well, we drink a lot, so.
But I just remembered while looking at the old guy who was like wearing like sweatpants, out to the store to pick up a gallon of milk, sweatpants and a sleeveless t-shirt. I'm like, oh God, where does he live? It's got to be just like underneath the overpass. No, I bet she has a perfectly nice house. He just doesn't give a goddamn.
There's a bridge missing its troll.
If you're just going to go pick up some milk on a Saturday, deodorant is optional. Don't give a damn.
Right now, because working from the old day job from home, I have been playing the game. What's that smell? Do I need to clean out the fridge or wash my shorts?
If you have to sniff your shorts and appliances to come up with the same smell, it is a valid game.
Spoiler alert, they're both beefy.
And there is a spot on the board where you have to go to jail and not collect $200. So what are we handily ignoring today, Larry?
I've got 2 topics. We've got
plenty of time at this point to hit both.
Because when I saw one earlier in the week, wrote it up on the whiteboard. As you know, I keep some ideas up on the old whiteboard here, and I wrote that down in a hurry and put a heart next to it.
Lovely.
Because I was like, this is right up our alley for our show. But then today, I saw another story and went, shit, I've got to add this. Because this one won't take a lot of time to talk about, but I don't know if you believe in spirit animals, Zig.
I'm not even gonna. Go ahead.
I was on the fence until today. When I saw this story. Do you have your phone handy? I do. Yeah. All right, because I'm going to...
I'm also on a computer.
Well, I'm going to forward this to you in a second. Because first, though, I just want to read the headline. Because I think I found our spirit animal and our mascot for this show.
Okay.
Sausage-addicted kookaburra, too fat to fly.
You're going to have to give me a second.
Now, hold on.
Okay.
I say that I'm sending you this story because I want you to see how happy this little fucker looks.
Yeah, you're going to have to text that to me. And there's nothing like a visual joke on a podcast. I've always said that. Sausage-addicted kookaburra.
Okay, whoever is listening, Google sausage-addicted kookaburra, too fat to fly, and this story will come up.
Oh, look at his happy-ass face.
He's just like, hey. This is...
Too many tasty sausages.
Almost killed him.
Killed this kookaburra.
Because here's what happened. People are sharing their barbecue with him and giving him... Because they're little meat eaters. And then he weighed 40%, or she, I believe, weighed 40% more than any other kookaburra should weigh.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner!
And then the poor little thing got attacked by dogs.
Oh, and she couldn't get away!
Could not get away from the dogs. They grab her, realize she can't fly away. So they take her, and they're like, well, let's give her some x-rays and see which wing is broken. Turns out, neither of the wings are broken. She's just too fat.
She's just got a gunt.
Yeah, she does. This kookaburra's got a fupa.
Quote from wildlife hospital nurse Gemma Watkinson. I've seen many kookaburras, but never before have I seen one so fat. Which I hope that she sounds like Morgan Freeman.
What I love, I don't know if it says it in this story, but I looked up a couple others. They started calling this little kookaburra Mama Cass.
In the wild, she eat a whole small animal and be getting a balanced diet.
My favorite, butcher sausages are just too much of a good thing. Well, no shit.
God.
So, yeah, I think we found our spirit animal and mascot for this show.
Yeah, a obese... that's an Australian bird, I'm guessing, correct?
Yes,
is that right?
it was in Sydney, I believe.
Okay.
And so, yes, the kookaburra is an Australian bird. She too thick to fly.
An Australian bird of prey, apparently. Not a carrion bird, but a bird of prey.
Yes.
It kills and eats small animals who ate itself out of locomotion and was totally fine with it until a dingo came along. I guess it was most likely closer to a German Shepherd, but still, for me, I'm going to say it was a dingo because that's one of my favorite parts about Australia. And so then they had to wrestle it away from the dog because I'm guessing the dog wanted the bird or conceivably a kielbasa.
Well, it's been marinating itself in barbecue for however long.
Oh, God, now I want to eat this. I don't know if I want to own it or eat it. Oh, and you can say that about so many things in my life.
It's like a turducken.
You can't have your kookaburra and eat it, too. But this one's got a shit ton of barbecue on the inside. It's been hanging out a rib joint. Okay.
It's a kookaburra foie gras. It's just shoved itself full of pork. Just its little face, though, because it's like looking out of the corner of its eyes, grinning, just like, hey.
And with the beak open, it does look like it's happy. Like, it's just like, oh, God, like a cartoon character. Like, it's just like the big guy. He's kind of cool with it. He's like, yeah, I am who I am, you know?
That's when I read that, though, when I was sausage-addicted kookaburra too fat to fly, I just out loud went, same, buddy, same. That's why I can't skydive. I'm too heavy.
Seriously?
They
Wait, how is one too heavy to fall out of a plane?
Because you have to tandem jump your first couple times, and you have to be under a certain weight to tandem jump.
Oh, I tandem jumped once.
Yeah, I've seen the video. It was fantastic. I have a hard enough time getting inside of a plane just to fly. Jumping out of a perfectly good one seems like a fool's errand, in my opinion.
Well, I was strapped to a stranger, and I didn't realize until a few feet off the ground that they had never really adequately taught me how to land.
Yeah. And also Strapped to a Stranger, a great 90s band.
Strapped to a Stranger. I did find out, if you could read lips, you could tell in the video. I think it's still on YouTube. They don't take that crap down. But because you can't hear anything, obviously, with the wind whipping past your head. But we opened up the chute, and it was cool as hell. And I had made our buddy I went with our buddy Jeff, and I had made him a promise that I would say mid-air, "Don't take this the wrong way." I think his name was Dave. "Don't take this the wrong way, Dave, but I'm rock hard right now."
Yeah, you sure did.
And he quit speaking to me after that.
You're just lucky he didn't just whisper in your ear. It's just, me too.
Well, I would have known. It would have been right in the small of my back.
Yeah.
It would have felt like a prison cuddle.
A struggle snuggle.
Struggle snuggle. It was cool, though. But yeah, because you're so concerned about the actual fault. Now, I won't say where we went. Well, it's on the line, so you'll figure out. But first we had to watch a VHS video. And this wasn't terribly long ago. This was maybe 10 years ago. But it was a VHS video with a man with a huge fuck-off beard telling us that, however, he's like, you just had to sign a release. This is very, very safe. However, you could die. I'm like, why are we listening to the guy who won, like, Captain Beard 1998 that we're about to get our asses kicked, and it's grainy as hell. We're also in an old airplane barn that's been converted into an office, air quotes.
Why is this pirate captain giving me instructions on how to fall out of a plane?
It was so surreal because you're terrified to jump out. You're like, you figure there's going to be some manner of training. No. The guy looks you up and down. He hands you a pastel-colored onesie to go over your clothes, which those things just go over you, and they're all in Easter colors. I don't understand.
It's easier to find the body that way.
Actually, that could very easily be true. Look for the crater. That looks like Peter Cottontail dropped off a surprise for the toddlers in there.
Look for the fire pink smear in the cornfield.
Yeah. The man we just turned into vulture candy. Yeah, look for him over there. But
looks like Cyndi Lauper squirted all over everything.
God. Picture Cyndi Lauper's hair from the 80s and blood. Lots of blood. I picture that all the time. Okay, you're not allowed on the plane for different reasons. The plane was so small, we could only go up one at a time because we had to be strapped to the same guy. There was no seat back there, and there was a shit ton of duct tape on the inside holding all the seats of the plane together like Grandpa's recliner. And still I did it.
Oh.
Still I jumped out.
That's just incentive to jump out of the plane.
And I'd do it again, too. It was so much fun.
What else in here is held by duct tape? The plane. Oh, we should go. We need to go now.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't until solid 10 feet above the ground before I realized, I don't know how to land. Maybe I just roll with a gigantic man strapped to my back and hope for the best?
Yeah.
That's what we did, and that's how you twist an ankle.
And that's how I got pregnant.
That's the hardest way to rape yourself with a stranger and twist an ankle at once.
I didn't sign a waiver for this!
Is there an easy way to do that? I don't want to know.
I don't think so. Hey, 1 second. So are you ready for the next?
Yeah, I'm still looking at this happy little kookaburra. I'm trying to figure out if I could take this picture to somewhere. If they'll make me a dog toy for it, just so I can play with my animal with it.
So I showed you that. And I maybe
show me this.
I maybe should have led with this story because you're gonna. I've got a video to send you, or it's a link to Reddit, but I don't want you to see it yet because I want to read these next few things to you.
Okay, so you just put my Christmas present under the tree, but I'm not allowed to shake it, basically.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, I'll flip over my phone.
Man has penis grown on his arm after losing genitalia to sepsis. Quote.
Hold on. There's no way I heard all of that correctly after the first half of that sentence. I tuned out, and I'm sure I misheard.
Man has penis grown on his arm.
Grown?
After losing genitalia to sepsis. Sepsis, if you don't know, is a bacterial infection of the blood. For anybody that doesn't know. Here's the quote from this man at the top of this story. When I saw my penis go black, I was beside myself. It was like a horror film, says Malcolm McDonald. He's from the UK.
Oh, I was going to say, tell me he's related to Michael McDonald, because I'm going to come up with a song. I don't know what it is yet. I'm going to need to write it down. I'm going to need a pen and paper in about 2 hours, but I'll come up with something. I'm going to steal the tune, obviously.
After a severe sepsis infection caused the loss of his genitalia, a 45-year-old man has become the first to have a new, quote, bionic penis grafted onto his arm. Malcolm McDonald, a mechanic from Norfolk, was due to have the new appendage attached to his genital area in 2018.
Uh-huh. This is okay. All right. There's a lot of ins and outs of this story.
This is from this month. This story. So he's had a crank on his arm for 2 years. A series of delays resulted in him living with the genitalia on his arm for the past 4 years.
What the fuck are you talking about, sir?
The new penis was created by... Who cares?
If this came from, like, Cranked magazine, I'm going to be so pissed.
Nope. This is from The Independent from the UK, but there's actually... several American news sources. I just wanted to get it straight from the horse's poorly dentitioned mouth.
Yeah, they can't even figure out dental work over there. They're slapping penises on people's arms and forgetting about it for 4 years.
He was elated to have a, quote, chance at a new start and hoped it would boost his self-confidence, as well as enable him to do, quote, simple things, like using the loo.
I can see where taking the cock off of your bicep and putting it onto your crotch might be a bit of a morale boost.
It's on his forearm.
No!
All right, buddy.
Is there a picture? Don't.
Oh, there's not a picture. I got a video for you.
Wait a second. So, talk to me about growing on his arm. Are we talking like the people who are growing like human ears on mice? Like that kind of a thing?
Essentially, yes. Let me get back. Let me send this video to you.
Why his forearm? Why not? There are so many questions. I need somebody write this down. I need a secretary. Maud, get in here. Take a letter. I need notes. I need bullet points.
The procedure involved taking a flap of skin containing blood vessels and nerves from his left arm and rolling it into a phallic shape.
Hold on. Hold on. You just sent me this thing. Okay, let me before I actually watch this video, let's just concentrate on what's happening to me right now. I mean, I feel like it's happening to me. This poor guy.
Yeah, what's happening to you? Here's the thing. I had sympathy for him until I read further into this whole thing, and I'm like, why would you allow... Okay, hold
on. Okay, you've read this whole thing, so I know you're not the doctor that worked on it. But I do have a couple of questions that I want to hit before we go on.
Okay. First
off, the guy got septic. Okay. You don't really see that much anymore. That's basically when you got gut shot in the Old West. Your wound went septic, you die. I get it. Was it somehow only centered on his wang?
It was a perineal infection.
Okay.
So
he had a septic taint.
Yeah, his taint went septic.
And it affected his dick. Okay.
Yes, though we get into that in the story.
Oh, God, save your questions to the end, Ziegler, always. Okay, go ahead.
All right, let me, I do want to say that, let's see, it involved rolling the skin into a phallic shape. They created a urethra and inserted 2 tubes connected to a pump that would allow him to achieve a, quote, mechanical erection.
Please don't mistake my silence for anything more than shock.
Okay. The new penis was then detached from the forearm, allowing it to dangle and grow skin and tissue on its own. So when you watch the video, you'll see some scarring on his forearm. So it was there. So it was like the ear growing on a mouse.
Uh-huh.
But then it was surgically cut back so that it could just essentially grow into a... It's actually a pretty good looking unit. I'm not gonna lie. It's a decent looking unit.
Okay, I'm not even close to being able to comment on the artist's rendering right now. So just to catch up, he got a septic infection on his taint for reasons I don't even care right now.
Lost his penis after struggling with a perineum infection,
right,
which spread to his extremities. And he was left, quote, completely gutted after his appendage, quote, dropped off onto the floor.
You know, I don't like going to the doctor. But certain times, I think that I would be smart enough to go, I mean, before my dick fell off. You think there'd be signs? There'd be signs.
Yeah, for one, he had the perineum infection. His fingers and toes started turning black.
Right.
Which should give you a sign, hey, maybe I should take a day off work and head down to the clinic. Because it's the UK and they have fucking healthcare.
Okay, right. Well, yeah.
But then this guy says, I knew deep down it was gone, and I was going to lose it. Then one day it just dropped off onto the floor.
Yeah.
You would, I know, I don't go to the doctor if I can help it. But if my fingers and toes started turning black,
and it originated from around my cock,
yeah, I'd be like, hey, maybe I should head on down to the doctor. I don't care if it's even one of the, like, an English country doctor that still wears the plague mask and goes,
whatever you got, if it's a shaman, fine, whoever.
Just a fistful of leeches thrown at my crank.
Overhand. Actually, that was probably a better call than waiting for it to fall off.
Yeah, because then the leeches are actually going to suck out the infection.
Okay. And so then some manner of plastic surgeon / visionary, the Elon Musk of Wang creation, takes basically some skin, turns it into a fruit roll-up of a cock, inserts plastic tubing in it that will end up going into the ground, so it's going to be safe for turtles. Don't worry about that.
Right.
And then finds an old, from the 90s, one of those Reebok pump shoes.
Yeah.
And then puts the little squeezy ball in and or around somewhere.
Yep, they just Franken-cranked him.
And they're cobbling this together. Like, they saw a problem, they looked around the shop and said, what do we got? But they put it on his forearm to grow.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you put it on your thigh if you need to put it somewhere to grow? Why would you immediately put it somewhere where this guy's like, hey, guess what? I hope you like long sleeves in the summer because you're not going to be allowed in Denny's with this.
I don't know. If I had a dick on my arm, I think they'd let me into anywhere I wanted to go.
And then, due to setbacks, 4 years?
Well, he lost his dick 6 years ago. Well, I can't say he lost it. He knew exactly where it was when it ended up on the floor.
Yeah, no. If you lose your dick, you better be talking about a bar fight or just a tussle with a timber wolf. Something. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or you didn't pay off Big Frankie in time. That's how you lose your dick. If it just drops off onto the floor, you have made the mistake.
You've neglected it. You don't preserve it.
Correct.
That's like when you let a pet starve to death.
And the ASPCA says, guess what? You're not allowed.
Where's Sarah McLachlan for this guy's poor dick?
Another song I have to write. God damn it, Maud! Are you taking notes?
We need a secretary. If anyone would like to be our secretary, it doesn't pay anything, but you can get drunk.
On your own, while we're dicking around with this.
We encourage drinking at work. Here's where you're going to get pissed off at this guy.
What? So this is where the story takes a fucking turn?
Yeah. Okay. So, at first I read this and I was like, oh, poor fella. When the time came to reattach his penis to his groin, he was unwell and the surgery had to be postponed.
Okay.
Fair enough. Okay.
Whatever.
Very next paragraph. Where this is where I turn against this guy.
if you're going to have, I will say, if you're going to have experimental cock grafting surgery, you want to be tip top.
It's like if your puppy gets caught being dehydrated, and the first time you're like, oh shit, I fell asleep on the couch while she was outside. Poor thing, it'll never happen again. And everyone goes, well, shit happens. Please just take better care of her.
Was this asshole septic and his fingers were falling off, and that's why they couldn't graft his weird dick on there?
No. He missed several appointments. I want to make sure you hear this.
Okay.
Due to scheduling issues.
Okay.
And the operation was postponed again until April this year. So, due to scheduling issues, I can only assume that he was like, I'm sorry, me and the boys like to play cricket on Thursdays. I can't make it then. And also, I've been invited to show and tell for my kid's 5th grade class.
Well, it could have been, so currently, Jesus Christ. What'd you bring for show and tell? Uncle Paul's weird dick arm. Who wants to pump it? Why? So he can point at you and at the ceiling at the same time. Oh, God. Who wants to play ring toss?
If you get it on there, I'll give you a piggyback ride.
You want to give... You know what? And this is going to be cruel. Yeah. Anyone else, I would give the benefit of the doubt. Anyone else, when I hear scheduling issues, surgery, anyone else, I'd be like, well, COVID's going on. Maybe it's not, immediately necessary. I understand that. That could be a thing.
That was one of the delays.
Maybe there was a death in the family. Maybe his, father is very ill. Maybe he needs to take care of scheduling issues. I get it. This guy, he let his own cock fall off. I don't trust him. Scheduling issues, he's got to go down to the track 3 times a week.
And he's missing all of his front teeth. So likely, Big Johnny, who he did owe money to, took the teeth and probably is crank. And he's just saying, yeah, I had an infection, and that's when it fell off. Now, it was, due to coronavirus, he did have to postpone it once again. A spokesperson for the university who's building this man's Johnson. We understand this is a distressing situation for Mr. McDonald.
I forgot that's his name.
This is the most English sentence I've ever read. We understand this is a distressing situation for Mr. McDonald. We will try to rearrange his surgery as soon as we are able, now that services are gradually returning closer to normal following lockdowns. A distressing situation.
That's a small understatement. Oh, God.
If it was an American doctor, they'd be like, I'm sorry, I know homeboy's real fucked up because his dick's on his arm and not down on his crotchal region, but ain't nothing we can do.
It's like saying the Ice Age was, we get it, it's inconvenient, it is a little chilly. I was trying to come up with something that wasn't too terribly offensive to a great big group of people.
There were delays before lockdown because Mr. McDonald missed or canceled some appointments. We offered him 4 dates. 4 dates for surgery, one of which we had to postpone by a week, but the other occasions he canceled or did not attend.
Wait, so they gave him options? So they're like, hey, yeah, we can take that kid like it's a fucking like they're putting a new axle on a truck. Yeah, we can take that cock off your forearm and slap it onto your crotch. We can do it Tuesday at 4. My boys are open Wednesday in the morning around 9:30 if you want to swing by. Whatever works for you. We got a couple of days. Just let me know.
He was having issue with transport, and transport was not organized by the university. We understand this must have been frustrating for him.
I have got to hear this man speak at some point. What is the English version of? I don't even have a good frame of reference.
Well, golly gee, Governor, I sure would like me Johnson attached back onto my downloads, but here we go. I can't get a ride there. You would think, like, did he just go to one of his friends and be like, "Hey, Bill, Friday at 8:30, I need to be down there at the university so they can put this back down here." And Bill's like, "Oh, Friday's not good for me." Like, I would cancel my plans if I had a friend who was like, "Hey, I need a ride to the hospital." Why? What for? So I can put my dick that's been growing on my forearm for 6 years back down here where I've only got a smoothie patch.
You know how I've been cockless since halfway through Obama's second term? Well, we finally have a solution. Could you give me a ride?
I would have walked.
I would have crawled. I would have driven a tractor.
Not like you can get he can't chafe his genitals.
And he's been, I'm guessing...
Well, maybe on his sleeve.
Well, depends on where on his forearm his cock is. That's priority one. Get the cock off your forearm. Priority one. No, priority one was not lose your cock.
Yeah.
That is priority one.
That's what we learned from the time we're very small boys. That's you own two things, and your cock is one of them, and that's it in this world.
You have your word, and you have your dick.
That's it.
And that's why your old man gets real prickly the first time he catches you lying, because he has to teach you about honor and your word. And the first time you have an erection and you're flicking it like it's a goddamn banjo, he freaks out. He's like, no, those things can break later on in life. No, don't flick it.
Look, you treat him good, he'll treat you good. That's just all, that's all I'm going to say. Don't stop smacking it around like it's one of those springy doorstops. It won't come back one day.
You're going to jump on a dirt bike and take a ramp over 3 cars? That's cool, son. Let's try that. Quit flicking your cock around.
Don't slap it. Don't slap it.
Use your fucking brain! And then don't lie to me about doing it later.
Because it had to have hurt. As it was going septic.
So many things of this had to have hurt!
Yeah.
Where'd they get the skin, and then they rolled it up?
From his forearm.
Okay, so they literally, they just rolled... Did they roll it like an old-timey sardine can?
I'm guessing they took it like Play-Doh and made a snake.
Are you guessing for comedy, or is that honestly your guess?
Yes.
Okay, fair. There's no wrong answer.
Okay, have you looked at the link I just sent you?
No, because I can't...
Please do. I want your genuine reaction to this.
Okay. You want my dog because you think I've been faking it up till now?
No, but I want you to see.
Okay, here. Oh! And then...
Okay, listeners.
Yeah, help, please.
You can
help them out.
You can Google, he's growing a new penis on his arm, Reddit, and that will take you to the link, and you will see this man's... And I'm telling you, that's a pretty decent looking... That's a decent looking unit that he's growing.
I mean, for a homemade... And he looks so happy to show it off. What's wrong with this fucking lunatic? I mean, for a home... Okay, stop. It's on loop. Oh, no, never. No more. Never! Okay, so yeah...
That doesn't belong there. That's supposed to go down below.
For a homemade cock that's hanging off somebody's arm, right underneath the elbow pit right there, granted, from what I saw of him and he's really yanking that bitch around in that video, by the way.
Yeah, he's slapping at it. He doesn't... Yeah. I'm telling you, he was neglectful of his only friend, and now he's mistreating this gift that they've given him.
Again, does he still have his nuts? Are they going to try to reattach it? I'm guessing that's not a thing.
I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that the man neglected his wiener, and then it fell off, and then they grew him a new one, and he's been apparently too busy. He's had too much going on
to get what appeared to be.
And he's a mechanic. If he goes to change a belt on a...
He's a mechanic?
Yeah, he's a mechanic. He goes to change the belt on a 87 Dodge. There's a good potential that his his meat sickle is going to flop off and get caught in that, and now he's down 2 dicks. You don't lose 1 dick. He's potentially fucking around, and he's going to lose 2 dicks.
And give a heart for the doctors, by the way. This is
Right.
a brand new procedure. They're going to have to write journals about this.
Yeah.
They're going to have to stand in front of colleagues and talk about the Frankenwang that they put on this guy's forearm that he was just too busy to graft onto his fucking groin.
Can we just refer to him as Krankenstein from now on?
Yes, that is better than everything I'm going to come up with. Krankenstein it is.
I think we just named the episode Zig and Larry Ignore Krankenstein.
Krankenstein. Oh, no, I don't want to call the episode that. I don't want to give away the farm because we didn't hit it till about 37 minutes in.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll discuss this.
Oh, thank you and fuck you, dude. That was...
Yeah, anything I can do.
I'm deleting that off of my phone.
I keep watching it. I'm morbidly fascinated.
Do I have... You know what? I don't want to make a snap decision. My guts tell me to get rid of it.
He didn't either, and look what happened to him.
I'm almost terrified to ask this, Larry.
Yeah, buddy.
Are we... What did you learn?
I learned that there's an adorable little kookaburra who just loved sausages a little too much and had to go to a personal trainer so that she could learn to fly again. But you know what? She was happy with herself, and I think we can all learn a lesson from that.
Think of the only way, conceivably, in literature, you could make these two stories interconnect.
She did love sausage.
Uh-huh. If it was a contest, and you were given these two headlines...
Oh, I know exactly what I would do.
The kookaburra's eating the Wheatie. Jesus Christ. Dude, I can't... There's just... I'm in overload of anger and weirdness. Oh, I feel different than I used to feel, and that's not going to wash off.
No.
I have forgotten about the pain in my tooth, which is nice.
You're welcome. But you're going to need to burn those clothes.
Not these shorts. I'm keeping them because of the weird stain. I feel like I've earned it.
That weird stain is your scarlet letter for having learned this today.
These shirts. I'm gonna just take them to a place, put lettering. You know how it says whatever it says on the ass of some yoga pants, juicy or something. I'm just gonna put "given up" on the back of these. I've had these shorts through a couple of presidents, so I don't really give a fuck.
Instead of juicy, it's apathetic.
Yeah, apathy. That's what it is.
What's up?
You really should get into shape. No.
Why?
Desire to do that went away a long time ago. Oh, you sent me a video of a functioning. It is a miracle of modern science.
It is a miracle of modern science, but it's also it's a forearm Johnson.
And why would you care about making sure that it can get it up? It's not like he's going to get anything out of it.
Well, he might.
Well, I mean, I guess if he's got a he could last forever, I suppose. Nothing's coming out of that except for seepage.
Yeah, I wonder if it just sounds like a BB gun when it goes off. Just.
That's what they should do. One of those old school Acme guns where you pull the trigger and just a flag that comes out says bang. And they can figure out some way. You use your little Reebok pump and then you got a hard on. And 2 more, bang, flag comes out the front.
Oh, you got it in my eye.
You could take that show on the fucking road.
If you could change the flags, that would be pump,
Man.
Ta-da!
If you could grow a cock on a forearm, switch it out the flags. You think, come on, that's easy peasy.
At the end of his show is just he'll do like "Happy Anniversary, Betty," or like "Monica, will you marry me?" Oh,
do we have any birthdays in the audience?
I was given a special message before the show, and I just want everyone to see it. Is Monica still in the house? Pum, 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 pa-da! And confetti, and the ring is at the end of it, just spinning.
And a little disclaimer: even if your name is Richard, we're not doing that joke again. Oh, Frank and Wang.
Frank and Crank.
Frank and Crank. And it's just living on his arm, and he's just sitting there playing with it. He's just playing with it.
Did you see when he took it and slapped it onto his own face?
That's how they ended it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you don't even get a good look at his face because it's obscured by his own. And they were fairly generous. I mean, he was a solid 6 inches soft on there. So
yeah.
Who knows how big a pumped cock can get?
That's what I'm saying. They grew him a decent Johnson.
God, that'd just be like the tagline for the surgeons. We'll grow you a decent Johnson. Oh.
Home of the magic unit.
Oh. God damn it. I don't even want to try to make any more jokes about it. I'm just spent.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be more later.
Well, I think there will be an
Keep that guy's arm away from Rainbow Dash!
But she's here to fuck!
The doctor's all upset because he's like, I got the Reebok pump tube, there's just no point in putting it on until he finally comes down, so I can put it on his fucking groin.
Look, this has been a thing this is an experiment for me. I just want to make sure, because I figure if I can grow a better dick for somebody, there's money in that.
I can't finish my paper until you come in here and let me cut that fucker off your arm and put it on your crotch. Quit showing it to your friends.
You can still show it off. No, it's not as funny when it's down there in your pants, and yes, it will get you kicked out of Chuck E. Cheese. But you know he's walking around the garage that he works in, just putting it on people's shoulders and stirring his coffee with it.
I mean, you would have to, but...
You imagine getting in a fight with him and he just slaps you with it. Just, swat! All right, no, I'm good. I don't need to fight anymore. Whatever it is, you're right.
Malcolm, how'd you lose your dick? Oh, yeah, I got real sick and I watched it turn black and fall off. Oh, and so somebody took pity on you?
Yeah, I guess so. So, has it been their fault that you haven't gone in to... No, I had some stuff going on. Couldn't take the time to go get it put back down where it belongs.
And you figured they gave him 4 options. It's like, don't you need a team? It's like, all right, we're going to finally take the dick, and we're going to put the dick where the dick goes. Okay, everybody ready? He's not coming in on Wednesday either, guys. Aww.
Yeah. You've got a team of the smartest surgeons on the planet and just one guy who's real curious. Are you a doctor? Nope, I'm an enthusiast.
Lovely.
All right, buddy. Well, I think I've hurt you enough today.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is for that art website that you sent that you made me look at.
Mm-hmm. Hey, did you ever get an email? By the way, I signed you up for the email list.
I haven't seen one yet.
Oh, maybe they're just not really up on their media.
Yeah, they might not be. Because I can't wait to order a couple bottles of Pisky.
Mm-hmm. And send them right to Frank and Crank.
Yep.
Jeez.
Here you go, Frank and Crank.
Frank and Crank or Crankenstein? What do we like better?
I think Crankenstein.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll spitball it around. We do have an email address now. Neither one of us have the password for it, but we do have an email address.
Doesn't seem important.
No. We'll let our manager take care of that.
There we go.
All right. That's enough for today. Hey guys, really thank you for listening. The numbers have been great, so we just keep getting more listeners, so we appreciate it. Hey buddy.
Mm-hmm.
I love you.
I love you back.